Hello beautiful souls, it's Debbie of Love and Above here, and I'm going to give you a card reading for May 15th through to May 21st. I'm using the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. This is my most favourite deck, mainly because I trained with this deck and the artwork on the decks I find to be more... I can get more out of it than I can do with other decks. So I'm just shuffling the cards and we'll get this reading started. So the first card I've got is the Two of Fire. The fire suit is all about your passion in life, about what you live for. It's about what you get up for in the morning. It can mean your 9-to-5 job if you absolutely love your job, but it's really what your calling is, what your absolute passion is in life. This is what we're talking about. So Monday is all about recognising that there is a space between not knowing and knowing. There is a space in between where, and the best way I can describe this is development, personal development. So there is a space, and this is where you are today. On the Monday. What that really means is that I was drawn to go back to that just for a moment to explain a little bit more. That you may feel that you are in the not knowing or the unknown at the moment to some sort of degree, and there is a space where you want to be knowing, where you want to actually know the answers. I know particularly that this will mean a bit more to a lovely young girl called Ophelia, who's really struggling at the moment between knowing and not knowing. She doesn't really know where she is, and she really wants to be in this space, and she is trying to move to the space of knowing. I have given you a name. I don't normally give names, but what I will tell you is that she's actually, when I say a young girl, she's actually a spirit guide. So please forgive me, but I know that she will forgive me for that. The Tuesday, Queen of Air. Your air suit is about your intelligence, not about how much you know or you do not know. It's about really using your head over your heart. You've stopped and thought about it a bit before you've actually made a decision. This is saying that you're really thinking about things at the moment in your life. Tuesday is all about reflection, about looking forward, about seeing, not necessarily into the future, but just contemplating everything. Tuesday you'll actually get a lot out of, because you'll consider a lot of things, knock-on effects of small decisions onto larger areas of your life. So Tuesday is a really good day for self-reflection. Wednesday, I've got King of Water. The water suit is all about your emotions, what's hidden, what people can't see, and what you carry on your sleeve that everybody can see. This is more about what's really hidden within you. I'm being shown that there's some emotions that's been there since you were a child. I want to say childlike emotions, but it's not. Doesn't mean childish emotions. It's something that you've been experiencing since childhood. Maybe not experiencing, but something that's really deep down, that you hold really down inside, that sometimes you might let air or you don't let air. This is something that you've held for a long time. It's basically saying that on Wednesday you're actually able to master that emotion to a point. So if you, say, struggle with self-love, you'll actually be able to understand it a little bit more on Wednesday. Or if you struggle with anger, you'll actually be able to stop yourself from getting so angry, or maybe stop yourself getting into that space of anger. That's what Wednesday is all about. It's saying that you will actually feel, you'll be able to control it, but you will also feel a knock-on benefit to it, because you will be able to feel in control of your life. Thursday, I've got a Major Arcana card, which is the Lovers. Now, the Major Arcana is all about life events, And the number actually means something as well. So as you can see on this card, it's a 6. And this means that you're quite early on. You're about a quarter of the way through this life event. Now, even though it's called the Lovers, this card isn't really about romantic love as such. It can be, but it's not in this instance. This means that whatever it is that's you're in the early stages of this life event. So we're talking about pregnancy, we're talking about getting married, we're talking about moving house, moving job, that sort of thing, the big things in life, not the everyday things, the really big things. And it's saying that you're going to have a newfound love for this. Not necessarily fall in love with, say, a new house, but you will have a newfound love, or passion is probably a better word for this. You're really going to be able to feel as if this is you, you're really in your prime with this all, that you're really on top of it all. That's what this card is saying. That's what's going on Thursday. Friday, we have the Two of Water. Again, as I've said already, this is the water suit is all about the emotions, what's hidden and what is seen by everyone else. From what I've got here, this is actually a little bit of both. You're very cautious. Friday is all about being very wary of something. It's like something or someone has just come in and it's like they've offered you something that's far too good to be true and you're not too sure how to react to this. You're very cautious and very wary about this deep down, but this actually ripples up. These emotions ripple up to the surface, so you actually start to act or verbalise how you're actually feeling. And if this is the case, this could cause a little bit of stormy water, so people might disagree with you, or whoever this is has come in and unsettled the roost, as it were. They might unsettle you and you might unsettle them with what you say. What this card is really saying is speak your truth. From deep down within, speak your truth. That's what's going on Friday. Saturday, another water card, which time it's a Page of Water. As I said, all about the emotions. So this one's actually what's above the surface. This is about what can be seen, and you're going to be more in a celebratory mode on Saturday for whatever reason. You're going to be really everyone's going to notice this and want to support you and celebrate with you. That's what's going on Saturday. If you've got something quite big and important going on Saturday, this card's saying it's going to be fine. Everyone's going to support you. Everyone's going to celebrate with you when that actually comes up. And the last card for Sunday is Six of Water. Again, already talked about the water suits, about the emotions. On Sunday, I'm seeing that you're actually looking down on yourself, and I don't mean you're not looking down, you're actually evaluating yourself, evaluating your own emotions. Sometimes this is done in a self-reflective way, perhaps after meditation or perhaps after situations that have happened. It could be that you're self-reflecting on what's happened on the Saturday with the celebration. Can't believe this person actually helped me celebrate, when, you know, I wouldn't say that you necessarily at loggerheads with them, but you wouldn't have actually thought that they would celebrate with you. You're actually in a very self-reflective mood, and you're actually be able to see the good that comes out of all this. This is your card reading for the week. A few little things that are going on at the centre and out with. Next weekend, Saturday the 20th and the 21st, we, as Love and Above, are doing our fairs and festivals thing. So we're going to be in our Broth Community Centre next weekend. We are going to be at it's 40 Market Gate in Arbroath, and the postcode is D for Delta 11, 1A for Alpha, T for Tango, DD11 1AT. That's on both the Saturday and the Sunday between 11 o'clock in the morning till 5 p.m. in the early evening. We're going to have a whole load of talks and workshops going on there. Alan is going to be offering for the first time the Meridian Flush activation, and there's 6 activations in that series. It's all about taking what's within your meridians, and anything that no longer needs to be there actually gets flushed out, as it says, through these activations. So he'll be offering that. That's a course, and that's the start of the course, but that will actually have support and backup. He's just offering it as a 1 hour start, and that is £60. I will be offering the Atlantean Crystal Activation. It's £30. We talk about the history and story of Atlantis. We also talk about the mega crystals that are still forming the crystalline grid on this planet. And I take you onto the activation itself. So that's what I do. That's £30. Alan's also going to be doing a workshop on understanding colour, all the different facets of colour, all the different things in nature and everything man-made as well. Alan has been studying colour for 10 years now. He's got a diploma in colour. There's one thing that you will know about Alan, he's very passionate about colour, so this is really his passion. So come along, join him for that workshop. He absolutely loves talking about colour. You can see it, the passion within him when he talks. That's £10 for that workshop. I'm also going to be doing another workshop during that weekend on how to give yourself your own oracle card reading. So just basically what I've been doing for you all this week. If you're interested in that, it's £10. I go through about using the cards with meaning intuitively, a little bit of numerology as well, and how to actually read the cards themselves. Some of the big myths and some things that you may never have considered before. I'm doing that for £10 as well. There'll be other talks and workshops for free during that weekend, and there's some guided meditations. Please come along and support. There is free entry. You will receive a complimentary crystal from Steve on reception desk, and there's going to be a ton of therapists. There's going to be a whole load of readers, healers. We're going to have some people doing some more unusual things with a very special thermal type bed, which I've never actually seen before in my life. So this is going to be really interesting to see, to be honest. And we have some people who will be giving readings, like myself, and there will be somewhere you can buy products like Neil's Yard Remedies, and there'll be crystals for sale and things like that. So that's what's going on next weekend. Alan and I, we're on Countdown. We absolutely love putting on these fairs. We do believe it's a balance, which is why we both do it together. We like the balance of the masculine and feminine, and we love our heart-centered exhibitors. People just want to work from their heart, do what they actually love doing, and we love to be able to provide that space for them. So that's what's going on. So there's other things going on in the next month which I would love to share with you all. So the next one's going to be May 23rd, so about 10 days time, and that's going to be, Alan's going to do the Meridian Flush again in the centre, Love and Above Centre, just outside Dundee on Emmet Road. And he's going to do Meridian Flush level activations 1 to 6, or at least the first one. Then he'll be providing ongoing support for everybody. Again, that's a £60 course. The next one is on May 26th, on the Friday. It's going to be Meditation to Go with Thorn Stafel. That's between 7 o'clock and 8:30 p.m. here in the Love Above Centre in Dundee. And Thorn is a wonderful guy who does labyrinth walks. He's actually going to be here every second and every fourth Friday of the month at Love and Above to do Meditation to Go. He's an amazing guy. As soon as he starts doing his readings, or he does anything to do with meditation, he really steps into his power, and he has an amazing energy about him. The next thing going on is on May 27th. We have 3 things going on in the centre that afternoon. We're going to have a Reiki share going on between 1 o'clock and 2:30 p.m. That's £3 to come along, just to cover costs. There will also be an angel group between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Again, that's £3 as well. Going to learn a bit about the angels, connecting, maybe do a small meditation as well. And there will also be that afternoon a crystal workshop. Now this is something that's going to be brand new. We are going to talk about different crystals. We're also going to talk about some, again, myths about crystals and some things that are not so well known about crystals. We're also going to take different crystals each time we do this and look at more in depth in the properties. Instead of saying this is rose quartz, it's for this, this and this, we're actually going to look at it